have enough light to give you a bit of shade, and don't do such a way that you see one part. You might have shadows and all that which you don't want to, so you try to clear off all the shadows and everything by having the fill light. Currently your lights are not focused, so you can see some lights are shining there, some lights shining here and everything. So what you have to do is you have to focus the lights to the area, have a key light. Okay, very easy to find out. You go to the website, you just say 3-point lighting, you can see.
They've been taught key point lighting.
Oh, okay, great. So
remember or not? Who taught your production?
okay, one of the very important thing to let you know, and I think the slogan for most of the production people is that if you do your production properly now, you do less editing later. So you don't want to do a production hurry bari and all that, and then end up you try to fix all the mistakes that you did in the production at the editing stage. So you'll be doing you're giving more work to the editing guys. So you try to do a very good production first. So the editing guys has an easier time to do all the editing and all that. So that's the production type. That's why they spend more time on getting the thing right first. Important concept, always keep in mind. So get your things right, done properly, so that editing becomes less work. Okay. This bar here is actually for your mic and all that. Okay. For your actually it can be used for whatever they use. It's a mic holder. Okay. So I don't know whether you use wireless or boom mics here.
Probably use boom mics.
Boom mics and all that. So they might use boom mics to get the directional pickup and all that. Okay. The other lights that I want to talk to you about is, last time they used to use the fill lights as this. This is a tungsten halogen light. It's about 1,500 to 2,000 watts, which is very hot and bright, but you could actually keep it away. To me, I'll keep it ready lah. Okay, but sometimes people you want to use to do it, but this has been replaced by this. Can you see that? Okay, this one is something like a fill light. They have put a diffuser there. When I say a diffuser, I mean that white color stuff there that actually spreads out the light and you don't see the hot spot. When I say mean by hot spot, means that when you have a light and then you see a glare or a part there where it's not spread out. Okay, so you don't want a hot spot, you want a fill area without any edges. Okay, so that's about those lights. So you have to actually manage all your lights. Okay, be very careful on how you dismount them and how you fix them up. Okay, I do not know whether students are allowed to fix up the lights and handle lights. So yes, whether you have been taught how to handle lights and fix up lights. It's actually very exciting. It's good to know. So these were the fill lights that was used last time. So they have been actually relegated to the back. You can see most of them have been put at the back already, and fluorescent lights have been coming up to the front already. You don't see much here. They just put it to the side and they're not using it. For chroma keying, you need to have a properly lit back area. So it should be focused properly so that you have the whole thing covered evenly. Okay, the focusing is done by the white knob, which is your tilt. Can you see? So your white is your tilt. White is your tilt. Your blue will be your pen, if I'm not mistaken. Okay, white will be your tilt. Blue is your pen. Okay. I will show you by turning on the cyclorama lights. The cyclorama lights are those, and from this example you'll see how the light is not focused properly, and you can see that some parts will be on the top there. So I'm going to switch off the lights for a while, and turn on the cyclorama lights, and we can see how it looks like. Okay. If you look at the cyclorama lights here, it's lighting up the back chroma keying background. So you can see that for this particular light fixture, you can see that this portion here is dark. Okay, so by using your light pole, you put it here and then you turn, you can actually tilt the fixture down further to actually cover the back down. Okay. The other thing is that you could have multiple studio areas. Basically, you could have a 3 personal area here, like you have 3 people sitting and you have an interview or something like that. And then you could set up the lights in another area here for a 1-person newsreader or something like that. Okay, a different setup. So the studio is broken up into different areas, and you can set up the lights in such a way that you can turn on certain fixtures to do certain stuff. Okay, so that's the a bit of a rundown on your focusing, and there are many other things about the light. There are how to put the gel filters and the channel assignments and numbers and all that. Okay, so any questions so far?
If we were to set up the studio on our own, right, then
Yes.
how would we know which to use?
Okay, every point that you see, if you look on top on the ceiling grid, you can see numbers like 27, 26, 9, 10, 11, 12, and all that. Okay, all these numbers are corresponded, has corresponding channel faders on your console. So if you raise up, the console is outside of the console. If you raise up channel 1, you will see that particular fixture that's connected to this particular point light up. Okay, so basically you're supposed to have here 48 channels. Out of the 48, only 36 channels have been hooked up. Okay, and the other channels are not hooked up because that's the tender specs, and also you don't need that many anymore because actually your cameras are getting better. You don't need that much light actually. So as I said previously, all your grid point location for the power outlets corresponds to the console.